Guys, here with another episode of Trainer Confidential. Got Donnie here. How was the football game? How was your day today?
Not bad, man. I mean, I haven't. I'm gonna watch the highlights after we do this, but I was following on the phone, so just based on how the scores were going and the final score, this is gonna be a pretty good game. It came in,
Yeah.
in overtime, and I didn't have a dog in the fight, but I'm looking forward to seeing this game on the highlights.
Who was your favorite team out of the two, the Niners or the Chiefs?
I re
Oh,
it would probably be the Niners because they're in the same division that the Seahawks are in.
yeah,
So even though the Seahawks didn't make it, at least the division got to it. You know what
yeah,
I mean? So yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we got some exciting news. Hadi is in the States. I believe he touched in today. Might have been yesterday, but yeah, he's here, so he will be at the
So
Arnold this year in the
so
States.
and the thing about it
So
is this: we're 3 weeks out, right?
yep, 3 weeks out.
So he gets time to acclimate. His body gets to acclimate the whole 9 yards. It's not like it's like a couple of days and his body's got to go through all of the acclimation and stuff. He's
That's
gonna be
it.
nice and acclimated, and yeah, he should be bringing a really good
Yeah.
package.
And I was really worried about that because of what's going on with Iran and us and the whole thing. I was really worried that he wouldn't be able to come over here. So he is over here. I don't know if he had problems with his visa or what, because he's here on time. I mean, he had no reason to show up earlier. You know what I mean? So it might have been okay for I know he's had problems in the past with past Olympias getting over here. But yeah, I mean he's a pro bodybuilder. He's Mr. Olympia. So, I'm glad that they looked at it like that and not as a political thing. So
Yeah,
yeah, he's here and I want to show an update on him.
sure.
So so this is actually 7 days ago. Well, I'll start off with this video. This video here was geared towards, from what I understand, geared towards Sampson, because Sampson's been showing his back and his hamstrings a lot lately. Because his hamstrings are one of those ones that people thought he should bring up. So that's, I think this was geared towards Sampson. But anyway, this was 7 days ago here, and we don't expect anything less from Hadi. He's gonna come in. He's gonna come in chiseled, man. I mean, uh, that's just it.
He's been so consistent for so long. I don't think there's huge fluctuations in what he does on the off
No,
season and prep.
I mean,
There
even
is,
in the
and
off
that's
season,
huh?
he seems to be stage ready all year round. Really, I mean, you know, uh, maybe not Haughty stage ready, but he don't get off kilter. He's always in shape, always. But you could tell he's feeling it. He's feeling it right now after he does these reps. But this is in Texas, so it's 20 hours of flight and 3 hours seminar. It says,
Yeah, he's got to have his regiment down pretty tight.
yeah, yeah.
It's just a matter of just doing stuff over and over and over and over and over again. You start developing a system, and you just keep going.
And he's got fire in his eyes because he lost last year's Olympia, and that ain't cool with him. So he's going harder than normal, I think, and I think normal to him is hard anyway.
I know that
So
fuel light is on.
yeah,
That low fuel light's flashing.
yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. 20-hour
I
flight and he's doing legs, but
know
that's
the feeling.
what you got to do, man. That's why he's a champion. So it's going to be exciting to see him up against Sampson. You know, uh, well, I'm going to go to Sampson next. Actually, I don't. To me, I think Hadi's still going to win it. This is Sampson one day ago. He is dry. He is chiseled. It's going to be a good show. And
You know,
Sampson's been doing a lot of updates too lately.
yeah, Samson's a lot like Sean Roden. You got to wait till he get on the stage. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think you really see the final product till like the day of the show and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
He's got to go through his dry out and fill out and stuff. So, I mean, this right here. This is a good starting point. This is a
yeah.
good foundation to work from and stuff. But I got to see once he's dry and full and see what he looks like.
Well, and I mean, judging from last Arnold, last Olympia, he comes in full. and dry and all the above. But the problem is if he runs out of gas really quick. He goes flat, you know. And here we got another show that, you know, the top five are top-notch bodybuilders. This is not going to be an easy win for him if he does win. So he's going to be running through the posing quite a bit, just like he did in the Olympia.
Yeah,
And is he going to
they're
flatten
gonna
out
run
when
him.
he's doing that?
Yeah, they're gonna run him. I don't know if like I said, they're you know, he burns through that glycogen. He once he gets going, he really burns through it.
Yep.
And you can see where he starts to flatten out and stuff. So just see if they'll just fill him out a little bit more, or we'll see what's going to happen there.
Well, and that might be why Milos had him do all those shows after the Olympias to kind of get that under control.
Yeah, get that timing down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And judging by Milos, he's probably got it down, and he's probably going to be 100% on stage at the Arnold. And we know Hadi Choopan's going to be 100%. So it's going to be fun to see who wins, the bigger guy or the smaller guy, because I mean, Sampson does have aesthetically, he's maybe a little bit better
structure wise, yeah, structure
than
wise,
Hadi
yeah,
in my opinion, but
yeah,
Hadi's got
yeah.
all the above too, though. So we just got to see. We got to see. That's definitely first and second. Let's go to third and fourth, in my opinion. I want to go to Hollingshead first. This guy, he has been putting in the work. He didn't compete last year. We all know that. But this is his best physique that I've ever seen on him. And he's also with Milos too. It seemed like once he got with Milos, stuff changed.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you said the same thing, Branch Warren. That's what I
yeah,
see. Branch Warren
yeah.
muscle.
I can see, I can definitely see Branch there,
He's
especially in
just
that upper body.
brain. Yeah. So yeah, I want to actually show a couple more pictures of him. He's been posting quite a bit. Here's his hamstrings going to work here. But and he lifts heavy too. He's a very heavy lifter.
You got to recruit those fibers,
Yep.
but you need the volume too, though. But you got to recruit those fibers.
And if he's, I don't know if Milos is, because Milos's training is he does a lot of giant sets. You know, he trains like we do. Really, it's just, you know, fast paced, low, short breaks and heavy ass weight. But he does a lot of giant sets, and I'm not sure if he's actually training Hollingshead or if he's just training him, or you know, doing his prep. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but because I see him working out alone a lot of the times. But yeah, look at those hamstrings. He goes all the way down though. So, you know, he's definitely going to be top five. And I don't think people are really paying attention to Hollingshead right now, as they should.
He probably wants it that way too, a little bit under the
Yeah,
radar.
he's a dark horse, man. He is a dark horse. We're going to have to see. And he's in one of the, probably the, I mean, this is going to be a tough show, very tough show for everybody involved. It's not going to be an easy win for anybody, no matter what happens. But we got Horse MD, and I believe that these two are going to be battling out right here. His four days ago. Last time I checked, oh, sorry about that. Last time we're going to the wrong one. Last time I
Yeah,
checked, he was 280 pounds, and that was only a couple weeks ago. And he was shredded then. So
I don't think he's 280 there, but
probably not here,
he's
no.
probably north of 250 though.
Oh yeah. I don't think the pictures don't do him justice though, because I didn't think he was that big of a guy.
Right,
I
right.
just didn't think he was weighed that much, not that much. And then I come to find out he was yeah, he was that kind of weight, and I was just surprised me. Let me see if I can get another one here of him. Recent one. This is 7 days ago.
Really good structure though.
He does, doesn't he? I believe
Really
he's
good structure.
Brazilian. Yeah, he's Brazilian.
Okay.
So we
Let's see
got
what
three
he's
more
got.
weeks on him. 3 more weeks on him.
Yeah.
And I do believe Horse MD is also under Milos. So Milos he's got three guys up on stage going up against each other.
Good stuff.
Now I didn't know. I always thought I thought Horse MD, like what kind of name is that? I thought he was like a horse doctor or something like that. That's his actual name. His actual name is Horse, so he's Brazilian.
So
I thought
it's
that was kind of funny.
it's Spanish for something. So
Yeah, yeah. So this is a guy, you know, he just kind of popped out of the woodwork. I'm sure he's probably Probably not that old. So this is 4 weeks out. Yeah, 4 weeks out, 124 kilograms. So that is let me look that up. How many pounds that is? That's 272 right there. 272
Wow.
pounds right there. Now it was last week.
272.
Yeah. It doesn't look like he's that heavy, huh?
I know. It's gonna be. I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like on stage.
Right? Right?
All these pics are one thing and stuff, but
Yeah.
and the person can look like just fantastic in their pics. But
Yeah.
I'm still boiling down. I want to see you on stage.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
This gives us a glimpse. This lets us know that yeah, you should look pretty good. You know.
Yeah. But thing is, we have filters. We got, we got Photoshop. We
And
got all that
see,
kind of stuff.
that's the thing. Yeah, if they're gonna do anything, make their pics look worse.
Exactly.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
that way when they get on stage, they look better than the pics, and that sets the tone right
Yeah.
there.
Because if you're posting Photoshop pics of yourself and you get up, everybody's gonna be disappointed. I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna do just what the judges do. We're gonna base it on what the last thing we saw.
that's right.
You
That's right.
know,
I 100% agree with that. I agree with that one. So I want to go to Good Vito next. We haven't
yeah.
really talked about him too much. He's going to be competing this year. This is one day ago. He didn't compete last year. I don't think he competed the year before. I could be wrong, but he's a fairly new pro. He got his pro card and he's over in Europe somewhere. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Landerlin or something like that. He's a big guy. He's over 300 pounds. I believe he was like 330 pounds.
Okay.
So this is technically an off-season look for him. I want to
Not
go
bad.
to, he guest posed a little bit ago. That was at this one. That was a guest posing. So,
That's a good look for guest posing.
right, right.
They got their money's worth
Yeah.
wherever he was.
So we got him. He's gonna definitely be in the Olympia this year. If he competes, he's gonna be in the Olympia. Well, it all depends
Now
on
he
who
has
he's
to
competing.
qualify, doesn't he?
He hasn't qualified, no.
I say so he has to qualify. That's what I said.
He has to qualify.
Yeah, okay,
If he
yeah.
picks the right show, I mean, it's just like the New York Pro, for example. You got Nick Walker and you got Antonio. Well, Tonio won it last year. Is he gonna win it this year? I mean, he could, but I kind of see Nick Walker winning it, you know what I mean? So, and that wasn't
That's a
really
good matchup though.
yeah, it is.
That's a
And
good
we got
matchup.
Beef Stew's doing that show too.
That's gonna be a good matchup.
So yeah, yeah, so I mean, you got shows like that and lineups like that, it makes it a little tougher for him to win. So he's got to pick the right show. And you don't know who's going to be there, and that's just the fact of the matter. So I mean, in his boat, do you pick a show earlier in the season or do you just get better and do it later in the season? I mean, what is your
I,
game?
I think it's I think it's how well you can hold how well can you stay close to that peak
Yeah,
without burning out,
yeah,
I mean, if a person, if they feel like they're not going to be able to hold it, then you probably want to just power down and then do a later show.
mhm.
Or, you can hit a show early and then power it down a little bit, and then focus on the Olympia. You just
What
want
would
to you
you
want to qualify.
what would you do if you were in his shoes?
Well, it would depend on how much cash I got on hand.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. Yeah,
depends on my bills and stuff. But first of all, 300,000. I mean, if you even do well in the Arnold, I mean you can pretty much sit on that a little bit and stuff and just ride on
yeah,
in. But
yeah,
some of these other pro shows you'd have to do about two or three of them. I mean, let's say they're going to average about 30,000 a win. And you only need to win one.
yeah,
But if you're looking to make money, you're going to have to do at least four shows.
yeah.
You know, to get some decent money. To try to approach six figures at least.
Yeah, and I know they raised the purse, so like the New York Pro is getting, I believe they're getting 30,000 for
Yeah,
for first place. They're getting paid all the way down to fifth place. I think fifth place gets 2 grand. So did place get money before that?
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know either.
I don't
I
know.
know first and second, maybe third. I didn't know if fifth did or not. But anyway, it is now. So all the other classes are getting 5 grand. So classic and 212 and men's physique and all they get 5 grand. So but open's
For
getting
first
30
place?
for first place, yeah.
Oh.
at least at the New York Pro.
Mm.
So we'll see how that works out. I'm glad they raised the money. This is probably not going to be man. I mean, people bodybuilding, I feel like, is getting more popular. I mean, especially when I go to the gym and I see there's a lot of young people in the gym now, a
Yeah,
lot more
yeah.
than there was last year.
It's and I think a lot of promoters are trying to give back a little bit, and I get it. They don't want to try to overinvest, put too much into it and don't know
Yeah.
where it's going. But
But
I
with that
mean,
much of an influx of the young people going in there, you're going to have a handful of them. They're going to take it seriously and go this route, and be a competitor. The other ones are just doing it, because everybody else is or whatever. They want to have good Instagram pictures or whatever their reason is. But I feel like there's more people into it now. Now I wouldn't say there's more people into competing right now. I mean, I don't know if that necessarily has
but you
changed, but
you you're talking about viewing it in terms of a spectator sport.
yes, yes,
You're
yes,
turn you're talking about in terms of it. So the spectators, there are more spectators watching it, more
yes.
people watching it.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean the Arnold, I believe it was an $800, $800 to go to the Arnold, watch the Arnold, something like that. Yeah, it was $800. I
I'm
guarantee it's
pretty
gonna
sure it was
be,
standing room only.
yeah, yeah. And I mean they're filled up. There's probably no seats left for the Arnold right now. If there is, there's very few. It's just like the Olympia, that was filled up right away. So, was it like that a few years ago? Was it that popular? Was there open seats in those shows?
No, every Olympia I went to, and I've gone to quite a few of them. Stuff. The place was closed. It was
Really?
sold out.
Okay.
I mean, I remember when they had the Olympia back at the Mandalay Bay. I mean, that's a huge venue, and
Mm,
and it was pretty full.
yeah. I have never been to Olympia yet. I want to go. I will make
It's
it one
quite
of
the
these.
ordeal, man.
Yeah, yeah. He's just such a giant human being.
And he's probably even bigger in person. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, I bet he is. Yeah, for sure, for sure. He's probably like like Ramy. You see Ramy, you can tell he's big, but when you see him in person, he's a whole nother animal.
Yeah,
And I believe this guy is taller. He's a tall guy too. He's
yeah. He strikes me as being tall,
yeah, he's like a 6 foot
and
guy.
at least 5'11".
Yeah, it's January 17th. So let's see where.
Big arms, just one guns.
So he's in. I don't believe he's from Brazil, but he's in Brazil in this one. Yeah,
Okay.
he's pretty complete, really. I mean,
His his
aesthetically,
his
he's pretty complete.
quads his quads are kind of remind me of Jay Cutler's.
They do,
His
huh?
quads.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
kind of. They do kind of look like Jay Cutler's.
Yeah. Almost like Jay's.
But I mean, is if he comes in 100% and he's conditioned, he's got a great package, man. I mean, I don't see any complaints about him. I don't.
And yeah, he looks good, but like you and I said, you always when you're in shape, you always look good by yourself.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
here's a good comparison. That's him in 2017.
is that him?
Yeah,
Wow.
2017, 2024. That's
Boy,
crazy.
that is
That
pretty
is
crazy.
crazy. I mean,
That
he didn't
is.
look too bad here. He looks pretty young there. He's got to maybe he's just in his 20s. He might be just in his 20s or
I
something.
think, yeah, he can't be that old.
Yeah. So anyway, it'll be exciting to see what he does this year.
Yeah,
Uh, we got,
we'll keep our eyes on him.
yeah, we got Beef Stew. He said he's going to do a lot of shows this year. I
Yes,
bet you
he
Samson's
did.
probably going to do the same thing he did last year.
I'm
A lot of
wondering
shows.
I wonder if Stu is going to do the New York.
He is. Yeah, he's going to do New York.
So
I do
I
believe
think
he is.
you think he's going for Olympia run this year?
I mean, why wouldn't he?
Okay.
I mean, he looks probably. Let's look him up real quick and show you some updates on him. He's starting prep here. I believe it said next week, uh, which would be for the New York Pro. But man, he's come a long way, a long, long way. So this is one day ago. So he's starting his prep next week. So he's 280 right here. He says.
Okay.
So and like he says here, his starting point, he's leaner than he was last year. Conditioning was his goal last year, which you definitely nailed that. But he's definitely gained some size. and he's just more conditioned than he was. But I mean, he's big. And I do believe he's been over 300 pounds at one point. So I think I like his look here better than he was when he was heavier. But he just
Hmm.
got more muscle maturity and he's got less fat. That's all. But
Well,
he's gonna do some damage too.
let's let him come down and let's see what happens. Let's see what he brings.
Yeah, and he's 100%. I believe he was like an engineer or something like that. He had a really good job, but he's full-time bodybuilder now, so this is his job now. So
Okay.
and you can kind of tell on his physique last year or so. And he moves. He's back down here in Washington too. So I think he was staying in Arizona, but he's from
Okay.
Washington. And that's where we first seen him.
Right,
So
right, right.
we'll probably see him guest posing the Emerald Cup again. I almost guarantee it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll check
So
it out. We'll check it
yeah.
out. I'm looking forward to seeing what he looks like when he comes down.
So this just says to me, man, these shows this year. Remember last year we kind of argued about, man, where's all the competitors at? Like, the top five is like it's more like the top two. You know what I mean? The
Right,
shows
right,
just
right, right.
all the way. The Arnold was cool. The Olympia was of course cool. That was really deep. But other than that, like, I mean, maybe I think the Texas Pro might have been the most exciting one. With Andrew Jack winning it, and
Yeah, yeah.
but other than that,
I think raising the purse helps. Now I know we've got a lot of different divisions and everything and stuff, but raising that purse is going to help. And what's going to bring out
well,
those good athletes is just the money. You gotta
yeah.
you gotta have a fairly decent purse.
Well, and a lot of the athletes too that are competing this year, they weren't competing last year. They were just taking that year off to get better.
Yeah,
We
that's
got a lot
that
of that.
too. Yeah, I get that too. Yeah.
Hollinstead's one of them. Sergio, I don't. If no, Sergio did do one show last year, but I mean he's another one that's that he's being trained by Dorian now. You already know where he's going. I mean, he's looking good. He's big. He's
Yeah.
all the above, and he's going to be competing this year. We got a lot of people that are going to be competing more this year than last year. So I got a
Okay.
feeling our lineups are going to be a lot better. It's going to be a lot more exciting shows. Not such easy wins for people because we had some people that won last year that were in the Olympia that, if other people would have joined, they wouldn't have won. There's a few of them like that. You know what I mean? It's good they did. They got on the Olympia floor, but it could have been different. It could have been different. And so this year is going to be, it's not going to be so easy for people. We're going to get, I think the Olympia lineup this year is going to be better than last year and more deep. And we're going to have a lot better competitors. It's not going to be so easy for Derek to defend his title. Hadi might take it back. Hell, Sampson might take it all.
So
I mean,
basically, what you're saying is that the judges have got the job cut out for them
oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's not going to
now.
be easy for them. It's not going to be easy. The Arnold's not going to be easy for him. I mean, we could argue all day about the top five. We know what the top five is going to be. We can already tell that, but who's going to win? Don't really know. Hollingshead could take it. I don't know. I'm thinking Hadi's the only guy that doesn't let you down, period. In my mind.
Right, 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 right.
So we know where he's at. But, anything could happen. Anything could happen. Sampson might win it again. He won it last year. If he does win it, what's going to happen at the Arnold
I
UK?
tell you right now, if anybody is the dark horse, and who we just, it's probably gonna be Horse MD.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
I,
You're
I
right.
I'm thinking, yeah, with his structure,
You're right.
I mean, it could be, if anybody's gonna be the dark horse, if anybody surprises, brings some surprise, I think it's gonna be him.
You're right. Yeah. 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 Those are the four we got to keep an eye on.
That's what my gut tells me.
Yeah. So what real quick, what you seen today, what do you think top four are? What would you say?
Yeah, top four, no particular order. We're talking about Hadi, Sampson. I'm gonna go Horse, and our Branch Warren guy.
Hollingshead. All
Yes.
right. I'm gonna say the same thing, except I gotta put Hollingshead in third.
Well,
I'm gonna
I said
for
no
now.
particular order.
Oh, okay, okay.
I said no particular
Yo,
order.
totally. Yeah, then
Okay.
I 100% agree. That's exactly my
No,
top
yeah, yeah,
for sure.
no particular order. And
For
then, like I
sure.
said, I mean, I don't see. There's a number of other people on the roster there. So, but
Victor Martinez, he's looking good too. Remember
yeah.
last year he
So
was kind of burnt out looking because he was competing so much.
yeah. So you got that to consider too. But I think the four that we just mentioned,
Yeah,
that's who I got. In that top four, and
yeah,
then and then it goes from there.
I agree with you.
But if anybody has a surprise, I think it's going to be Horace.
Yeah. Well, this is your to do it. This is time to shine, man. Because Yeah, there's a lot of new competitors coming out and taking what they want, you know, and that's what's
Yeah,
cool about this sport because it's
yeah.
not just one person dominating anymore. It's just
Right. You
not.
know those, yeah, those legacy runs, you know what I mean? You
Mhm.
got like 5, 6 Olympias in a row and stuff, you know. You what we're like 3 Olympias removed from that. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
Phil Heath was the last one. He did a 7 run, but
Yeah.
nobody's done more than 2 back to back.
Nope. Nope.
So in essence, we're going to see, and so this really puts, but this puts a little pressure on Derek.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
This puts a little bit of pressure on Derek
For
because the
sure.
thing about it is
For
this:
sure.
Hadi couldn't do it. He's got his Olympias, but he doesn't have them back to back. You know, So, but let's check it out.
And
Let's see
what if
if
Samson takes the Arnold and you go into the Olympia, Samson beat Hadi? Is Samson going to be a threat to Derek? You know what I mean? Because
oh, if Hadi was to lose to Samson, I think he's going to go absolutely berserk, and
yeah,
he will turn all of his focus on the Olympia at that point.
I think you're right about him. Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah.
the thing about it is will he be able to 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 uh to hold the intensity, because right now Derek's playing the long game.
Mhm.
You know, he's
Yeah.
playing the long game. He's not competing. He's putting everything into the Olympia.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
resting up. Of course, he's training and he's making gains and stuff. But at this point, if the Olympia isn't until November, prep probably won't start till about September, maybe August, late
Mhm.
August. So he's got this time right here just to stay full and stay lean and grow and bring up points and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be an exciting year, man. All right, that's all we got for tonight, guys. Thank
All
you for
right, man.
watching. Got any comments? Who do you think's gonna win the Arnold?
Yeah. Or just
Samson,
give
Hadi?
us your top four, no particular order.
Yeah, no particular order. There's not a wrong answer really at this point because we don't know either. Nobody knows. So, but got my speculations, but that doesn't mean anything until the day of. So, and that's 3 weeks from today. So, well,
But
less
you
than
heard
three
from here
weeks
though.
now.
If anybody does something, if anybody has a breakout, it's gonna be Horace.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.